La, da, da. Good morning. Good morning. The sun is shining. How so beautiful. Today, thank you for joining us. This is Joanna from the Early Morning Ascension Show, and we're so happy that everybody is joining us in these beautiful vibrational accelerations that we can all feel. And some, if we're not grounding properly and centering in our body, so we're going to do a little bit of practice on that, how important it is, because the councils have been showing me for the past couple of weeks that this next phase of humanity's ascension will be so important to focus on health and wellness. How balanced are we in our epicenter of light, so that we're not taking on all of the intensities that are outside of us, that we're understanding that our core vibration is how we manifest in the world, and to really take that time for daily self-care so that you're working on all those deep core wounds and traumas that are being lifted from the chakras. Just being lifted, just being lifted, just being lifted, so that you can face and sort out the vibrational stories, pick and pull what you want from those vibrational stories, because they've all served us. And, you know, so many of us that have been through, you know, various stages and phases of, you know, abuse and neglect. It's so hard not to play that victim energy, because we've never really had that. It's the, you know, the Vesica Pisces, when you've had those traumas, there's nothing being fed to it for it to be healed. So it just keeps looking for that experience of closure, or the experience of healing, or the experience of love to be made back to it from the outer experience. And most of it comes from the, you know, those early childhood traumas, or society, or any of those experiences where that outer experience has wounded us. But that inner is only what can heal. And so that's why paying attention to what's really going on in your reality, so that you can give yourself back the comfort and the love and the honor and the returning back to who you are, so that all that you are is constantly being fed and nourished from within. And you're not looking anywhere outside of you for anything that you need, but only from within, to understand and value and give yourself worth once again, to really allow yourself to play into the joy and happiness of who you are. And honoring it every step of the way, honoring every step of your journey. One cannot wake up in a 3D state and then in a 5D state. It just wouldn't be possible. The amount of energy that needs to be transmuted and cleared between 3 and 5D, 51% is huge. It's really huge. We're doing such incredible work here on the planet. And the more aware you are, being aware means that I'm a conscious being of love and light, and all of my choices create. My vibration creates. My thoughts create. And so how can I be the manifester, the navigator, and the beautiful sovereign leader and the driver of who I am, so that I'm absolutely being in this beautiful conscious co-creation with spirit and source. So as you're co-creating the heaven upon earth. Heaven upon earth is from within. We're creating heaven upon earth, and not looking to old systems and old paradigms and old stories, but to remain in this beautiful experience of who we are. Value the breath and just ground. Open to greater breath and ground. Feel your body nice and loose, straight back, and up and ground. Call up Gaia. Call up your higher self, call up your soul. Thank you, Spirit, all your ancestors, all your teams and all your guides. You're never alone. There's so much light that they want to bathe and give and offer the wisdoms, and they want to be a part of our entanglement, but we must ask. I'm asking that my highest self and my teams and my guides and my soul come and be a part of my co-creation today. And my spine is nice and straight, and I'm calling in breath, and I'm calling in joy, and I'm calling in potentiation, and it's all from within. My body and my fields are safe. My body and my mind is safe. I create from within, and it's balanced. It's sacred, it's real, and it's true for me. And it's a constant evolution, constant, because you're constantly being bombarded from the outer reality as you're clearing the inner reality, rebuilding the inner reality, then you get to create anew. And why it's really important we just kind of accept and allow what's going on. Through breath. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Through breath. Just be balanced in breath. I'm in the world and I'm not of it. I'm in the world and I'm not of it, which means that I have absolute manifestation of my epicenter, my core, my bodies, my mind, And I get to be the creator of who I am in health and love and peace. My cells are listening to my voice. My voice is the message of spirit through me. And in the harmonization of my higher self, the harmonization of my soul, the harmonization of my intention to commune with spirit and God and source, the creator, Allah, Abba, however your God creator is, you're calling in those codes to manifest the beauty of who you are. Every cell is being bathed by the light. Every cell is being bathed by your intention to manifest inner and outer, as above, so below, including Gaia as the repair mechanism for our multidimensional physical biochemistry. Calling up Gaia, calling up Gaia. Centering. Oh, thank you, Spirit. And grounding your body in with Gaia. Thank you. Breathing out beautiful light. You're just getting really good practice with breath and centering and being calm. Bringing all of your consciousness and every thought form and all your energy and all your power and all of your light. Call it all back to you now. I'm reclaiming all of my power and all of my beautiful light. I'm reclaiming all my beautiful thought forms. Return to me now, and I'm going to bathe and cleanse them because I want to manifest to the purity and the wholeness of who I am. My consciousness return now, my consciousness return now, my consciousness return now. And those of you that are awake and work with your consciousness on a regular basis, and we say conscious because it really is a feeling, it's the essence of spirit. The more in one that you harmonize with the whole of you, the whole spirit of you, you'll be able to feel yourself kind of breathe in and out as this beautiful vessel of love and light. And you can feel when your consciousness returns to you. So practice the subtleties of the gifts and the skills and the talents that we are all being awakened, because those are parts of your gifts that you're going to use to help humanity. And it's really important, as the council said, that we're really paying attention to our bodies. What are our bodies telling us? Are we feeling really crunched in and really anxiety ridden or filled? And that's a lot of anxiety and trauma that's stuck within the lower two chakras that need to be released in a constructive and positive way. And they were showing me, just going into the ocean and just releasing some of those really deep trauma and energies, whether it's anger from abuse, any dissension or any unresolved issues that have never been discussed or expressed. And that's why the daily self-care is so important, so that you can bring any of those energies that you're feeling and just sit with it. What is this emotion I'm feeling? And that's anger. That might be an anger for being misrepresented by someone and others that don't have any idea who you are. Might be a creative and that's stuck in the sacral chakra, right? So bring that energy up. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And as we all get used to living within our own sovereignty, each and every one of us will come up with those multidimensional layers, multidimensional codes that each and every one of us are here to clear. Because we're meant to be sharing ourselves and expressing ourselves and experiencing ourselves in different ways, which means that all of those little subjugations, how we feel judged, how we feel not a part of the collective or belonging, all of those are from those vibrational social stories that are no longer there. We're creating a new social norm, if you will, and the social norm is infinite. The infinite expression of who we are, the infinite joy of who we are, the infinite care and taking of who we are, so that we are fully aware and we're clearing and cleansing and bathing who we are in the highest light vibrations. And we then get to project it in the highest form of who we are, and our body just feels in oneness with the health and the wellness that Spirit offers us. Constantly harmonizing these greater aspects of love and light and health and wealth and abundance of all things that God wants. Spirit wants, the Creator wants, your higher self wants. They're always available to us. But most often than not, there's always these veils that we can only see through much because we've got all these veils of who we thought we were, where we had to give our belonging to. So sort those stories out. They're so important. They were just showing me, because many of you that go through this, I've been doing this for so long, and I've been here on this planet many, many times. And part of my role in the Pleiades is to teach the children and teach collectives about their multidimensional bodies, and how to balance the divine feminine and the divine masculine, bringing their bodies into pure alignment and harmony so that they can traverse outside their planet. And there are some rules that they do follow, that unless they go through that body learning and that body symmetry, understanding themselves as source and the rebalancing of themselves as source, they're not able to travel outside their planet because they care very much about their experience upon others, and their intention is to be of the highest experience, so that when they're placing themselves before others, that they are the representation of Spirit, they're the representation of the heavens, and it's to be in a balanced and loving way. And so how many of us really take that time and that care for ourselves? to care about your body being in balance and in harmony, because it does affect everyone around you. If your body is not balanced, if your emotional body is suppressed, all of those experiences are what we see play out in the collective, where, you know, emotions and challenges and, you know, those reflections and reactions of imbalance are seen and known. And that's okay, because that's how we see how we choose to reflect our own inner going on. And so it's really taking time to sort out those stories and say, I'm going to choose to let these stories of belonging go, because I'm really okay with who I am. I'm the only one that has to validate me, right? I know who I am. I've been here so long. I know what I'm doing with spirit, and nothing outside of you can thwart you. And it's not meant to. It's just that there's so many people going through awakening, and every person is at a different phase and stage. And their own level of consciousness will dictate how they respond and react in their world, because they're steeped within the stories of the variations of consciousness. And that's meant to be. We're all meant to, just like going through school, you know, the various grades. The various grade ones, when they're moving into grade 2, they have to release the belief systems that they had in grade 1 so that they can open up into this new grade 2 experience and be entirely new and take on enough that grade 2 wants to offer. And so it's just like, it's very similar to that. Your consciousness is infinite and profound. The spirits that are with you are infinite and profound. But we can't take on that light, and we can't take on those higher understandings and those higher codes. We can't take on the balance and the symmetry of our new bodies that are creating more and more light, are radiating more and more light, are wanting to include more and more light, if we're still stuck within the limiting beliefs of, you know, caring about what others think about who we are, what our choices are about our bodies. And so it's really important to really take time to honor those experiences and sort out, you know, where are my investments going? Your investments are your energy, your emotional energy, your mental energy, your mental time, how much are stuck in the mental mind games. The mental mind games they showed me a while ago, when the Pleiadians first showed me about the dysfunctional systems that we exist within and why everything's kind of crumbling. We have to rewrite it. We have to infuse light and align it with the divine grids, the line with the source programs. It's because many of these subjugatory programs are very, very steeped in dogmatic practice and dogmatic sense of belonging of anything outside of you, giving your power away to any system that says where you belong, how you belong, what you must do to belong. And so now that we're going through this process of awakening, there's the whole deconstruction of our own oneself, the own inner self. And so the more importance that you place on anything outside of you for your own self-worth and your self-belonging and your self-knowing, then those are the belief patterns that must be broken and released, and then rewritten in your own self-guidance and self-empowerment and sovereignty. To anyone to say what can and should be done with your body is just one example of how our collective is saying we've got to bring up these subjugatory experiences because they've been steeped for thousands of years. So for a human collective of 7 billion people to move through a planetary exploration of ascension and expansiveness to create oneness with infinite, we must absolutely pull up thousands of years of steeped subjugatory experience that were written and over and over and over and over again. And you're absolutely clearing it if it's really intense for you, your state of belonging or your state of importance or your state of creativity and your state of expressing who you are. If all of those are bringing great anxiety, then you absolutely know that you're clearing it for your collective as well and your lineage, because your lineage has been steeped in certain dogmatic experiences that have nothing to do with who you are as a creator, as a beautiful experience and expression of spirit. And how we look at this experience when we're starting to go within and we're understanding the honor we are sovereign and we are one with spirit. We have absolute control of our body's health, absolute control of how we move about this planet with our beautiful bodies and our beautiful expression of who we are and the expression of how we're always changing and evolving. Then we absolutely see our reality from a higher perspective, and we're not becoming one and enmeshed with all the chaos and all the crumbling of the energy. And we can step aside and we can say, well, what can we pick and pull from it and start creating anew? So where are the wisdoms held? Center, do your own intentional direction, your intentional investment in who you are, how you want to rebuild yourself, how you want your character to be, and then you get to express it anew. And God is constantly giving us those experiences. Every day you're faced with an infinite number amount of minutia. What can you pull from the stories breaking up? How steeped are you in those stories that are no longer there? You just keep playing into them, and why there's such great friction, why there's such unrest, why there's such anxiety, because the spirit inside of you says that's not who you are anymore. But you're not allowing the spirit to come forward and be free, to be joyful, to be playful, to be exuberant, to be you, to be expressive, to be you. to be authentic, to be truthful. And so your spirit will always show you whatever frictions you are feeling is because your spirit is saying that's not who you are. And then we got to sort out the story, because without accepting it, without acknowledging it, you can't allow for something greater. So the acknowledgement and the acceptance is that first bit of information that takes it from wherever it's stuck. Those dense energies, the physical, mental, emotional, or even in the chakras, or even in the cells. And that's why caring for your body, calling up those deep, steep traumas, calling them up, calling them up, calling them up, and placing them before you and say, I don't need this anymore. Transmute it, spirit, transmute it. I am one with God. I'm one with spirit, and I am a beautiful experience of light, of light. I can be and do anything. I am light. I am light. My cells are listening. My body's listening. My fields are listening. I create the love of source right where I am. I create the love of source right where I am. I choose to be happy. I get to choose who I am. I get to choose. I get to choose. I get to choose who I am. I get to choose who I am. My sovereignty belongs to me. My sovereignty belongs to me and source. My tunes, my guides, my ancestors, my higher self. I am not alone. I walk with the heavens. And I always will return to my highest guidance. I don't need anything or anyone outside of me to say what I can and cannot do with my body, and what I can and cannot do with the wisdom of my body and the many eons that I've built in training my body with spirit. And that feels good. It feels really good to finally start owning, the presence of who you are as spirit. Your spirit is huge. And now you're just in training your body. Wow, I got to train my body to walk in a different way. And they were showing me this, where I've been doing some practices with how to move energy. As you're becoming more awakened and you're carrying this greater light, you can't move in the same way that you did in 3D. You've got to be able to stretch and move and flow to carry that greater light and to work with it and direct it in a positive and constructive manner. And so that's going to be really important. That's why the health and wellness is so important to grasp first. Thank you. Because as you're clearing out your body and that energy starts to feel accelerated, if you're not balanced and clearing that energy out, it really becomes destructive rather than constructive, because it's still sitting in the energy of the stories that haven't been dealt with. And then that's when you have those, angry outbursts and those aggression outbursts, because there's still energies that have not been dealt with about what the true core issue is. And it just has to flow. I mean, if that energy is not flowing and the emotions are not balanced, then those outbursts will occur, because the energy has to move somehow. Your spirit is getting bigger. Your spirit is getting more profound. And so how can you direct it in a positive and loving way and really get in touch with who you are, and then start manifesting so it serves you, not so that you're, limiting your circle because nobody wants to be around you. And plus too, it will also be that, and oftentimes when you're going through these huge awakenings, that daily self-care helps you kind of deconstruct and say, well, I'm sitting here right now. These are the energies that I see that are around me. I see that I'm sitting in, and this is where I really want to be. So I'm going to start navigating my way out of these energies, because you know that right there is where your true vision is, the heaven upon earth that you're building, you're creating every moment, with your intentions, with your visualizations, with your investment, with your direction. So directing your energy is really, really important. Directing your energy into that world that you want to see, and turn off what you think you see. Because the world that is crumbling is just going to keep feeding you on cycles until you choose to turn it off and invest in it. Where is the supply and demand going? Are you creating that new supply of infinite love, My body is listening. My body is beautiful. My body is healthy. I love who I am. I love who I am. I love who I am. I'm youthful. I'm creative. I'm youthful. I'm creative. And just do 5 minutes of affirmations, just gently moving your body in love and light. And just feel the love and light bathing yourself, bathing who you are, bathing your body. Feel joyful about who you are. And that health and wellness is so important. And then pack it in, level it up, and level yourself up by creating those daily self-care moments about my emotional body is how I create. What's going on today, Spirit? What's going on? What do you want me to sort out? How can I deconstruct this, and how can I choose something new for myself? Because I want to rewrite something really great. Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine. It's now time we come forward. Divine Feminine, Divine Feminine. Sacred children, sacred children, sacred children. And balance, balance. And hold yourself high. Hold yourself high. Choose a vibration every day to work on. And when you're doing those daily self-work, it's a new moon today. So those of you that have been involved in our classes We had some incredible classes on the weekend and a beautiful healing, and we've just put those feedbacks on our Facebook. So we're so happy that you joining us and you're creating those feedbacks with us, because it was such a beautiful healing and beautiful experience. And I'm so grateful that I get to do this temple work and help all of you move through your ascension and move through your deeper traumas. And why I'm starting to right now enjoy the life that I've created for myself, and why I went through everything I did. Wouldn't have been able to talk and teach and see reality from the multidimensional layers that Source allows me to see, and know the psyche, and know how to clear the bodies and the cells and the chakras, and create your own youthfulness, no matter what you've been through. So Source will be there with you to rebuild. Source will be there with you to amplify and raise your spirits up, and choose joy, and choose happiness, and choose peace, and choose bliss, and directing your energy in bliss and happiness and joy, and start rewriting those stories with beauty and sacredness, and knowing that your 5D reality of how you will move and how you see and operate, you got to start now, because the 3D life that we're coming from will be moved in a different way, because it will be more joyful, more blissful, because we'll be using the energy in our bodies differently, and we must move differently. We must dance more and be blissful and highly creative and light and honoring, and the vibration will be light and honoring. Therefore, everything that we go to in the outer reality will always match that. Blissful entertainment, light entertainment, blissful entertainment, light entertainment, and all that we're working with energy will start working and living with us in that way. So everything on the outer is going to start to change. Different forms of music and our music industry will absolutely change. Everything that we are as a vibration is changing. Our consciousness is raising. And so we're going to raise our consciousness in all that is being offered on the outer reality. To match those vibrations, yeah, let's do some singing, let's do some dancing, let's create some beautiful experiences, let's create some beautiful experiences, let's create some beautiful experiences. And we're matching those vibrations, because people are saying, well, wow, my energy is moving differently today, and I don't want to deconstruct with this beautiful energy. I want to be able to construct it and create things in a really great way. So let's have some outlets, let's have some platforms, let's do some really great things for ascension movement. Let's go, let's use our bodies in beautiful ways. Let's go. I'm being bathed in holy light. Let's go. We are healthy, we are one, we are joyful, we are love. We are love, 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 we are love. Be the best of you, be the best of you, be the best of you, and release what doesn't serve. Because you get to choose. And we're going to move differently, and we're going to sound different, and we're going to talk in a different way, and we're going to create new and beautiful things, because we're meant to. We're here. We're here creating 5D. We're here creating 5D, and it's not going to look like what it was. Not supposed to. And so be okay with that. So how can you start being and living and acting and behaving in this beautiful, joyful, beautiful experience of you? Be free in your bodies. Be free in who you are as an expression of spirit. And align with who you are as your highest light. And really start valuing your life, because your gifts and your skills and your wisdoms are going to help others. And they were showing me the oneness that you're going to feel, and how you feel your environments around you will give you your compass of how to navigate your new bodies, because your body's going to be feeling and sensing energy much more attuned. So that means, again, really take that time for that private time, that self-care time, to realign your bodies with the highest light. Spend lots of time in nature. Get the children in the oceans. Have them play and shake it up. Have them play and release all of the giblies and all of the negative energies that our whole collective has moved through. So much fear because of everything that's been going on, and all the fear programs that were being thrown out for us to say, okay, what do you think now, humanity? Are we going to sit within a divine sovereign experience, or are we just going to continue to be fed what we're fed? And so those are our own personal choices, and everybody will have their own unique ride with spirit on that journey, because it's up to each soul to sort it out for themselves. And that's why that sovereignty is so important, the right use of free will. We're here merely offering informations and inspirations for everyone to go within. What is your ride with spirit? What is there any belief that's holding you back to rely on your worthiness and your value and your importance, or your expressiveness, or your health and wellness on anything outside of you? Because it is fully, always, always, always from within, always. And that's how we are returning. That is high consciousness. Raise your vibration of who you are and how you create. I'm so happy. And so we wanted to do a beautiful oracle for today. We want to do an oracle just to connect with our energies. So just shake it out. It feels good. And feel your body. When you do some beautiful hip movements, because your Kundalini is going to start awakening, and when you've cleared enough of the densities, your Kundalini will start awakening, and you're going to go through a whole other set of symptoms. And your Kundalini will allow that, your lower two chakras, if you've got a lot of trauma in your lower two chakras, you'll feel that when you try and move your hips, you're really rigid. And so there's a lot of energy that needs to be cleared there. So just do a check-in, checkpoint. Feel into your tummy. It should be really, really soft. Unless you're doing lots of ab work where you've got muscles there. It's okay for it to be soft. It's actually better for it to be soft and like jelly. When you've got muscle built up, it's okay for it to be more firm. But if you've got a lot of energy that's stuck in those lower two chakras because you are an empath, because you're in a negative situation, and there's others around you that are projecting a lot of negative energy, then those two chakras will be quite clenched. And you want to be able to move your hips and nice and free. And you want to be able to move your limbs in a freedom with your spine staying straight, but your limbs are moved, they're movable and liquid, without having a lot of rigidity. So how rigid are you? Are you in the flow and the softening of spirit? And just take 5 or 10 really full body breaths. Full body, but not just little ones. Full body breath. Gentle sleep, gentle, gentle. And if you don't do a lot of movement and you are really rigid, it's always best, and it's really, really sunny here today, so I'm going to go for some exercise at the beach. It's really best to just do gentle shaking, never ever fling and flail your body. You want to respect it and honor it. Your limbs are like beautiful branches of a tree. Beautiful branches of a tree. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. And your trunk is the pillar of light. Happy, 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 happy. Direct your energy in happy ways. And if you don't feel happy, then sort it out and bring it up. You got this. You got this. And don't ever hesitate to reach out. Reach out. We have so many classes. We have our weekly class. It's really affordable. Private sessions and private coaching. We have our weekly Lemurian class. And we always make our classes affordable. So reach out. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're always here. And of course, those in your community as well. And take your own highest wisdom for how your body feels and what's right for you. Release any and all stories that are outside of you and go within and ask your spiritual team what to guide you in the wisdoms and the information, the research that you need. So if you're meant to do research on something before choosing something, whether it be a practice, movement, healing practice, always go within and ask your guides. Please show me within the next 24 hours with this, this, and this, how I can move in my highest and my best. So ask your teams to work with you. How can I connect with my team so that I'm directing myself in what's highest for me? Because what's highest for somebody else is not going to be what's highest for you. The eating programs are different for each person based on where they're at in their ascension cycle. Their movement will be different based on where they're at in their ascension cycle. Their traumas that they're healing will be different for each and every person. And knowing your cycle is so important, and the new moon summation, which is new moon, what is your summation on everything you've learned physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically and spiritually from your last new moon to this new moon? What have you been working on with intention? Intend just allow myself just to be soft today. I want to feel my body being nice and soft. And I want to know that when I'm walking around nice and soft, how does that feel? Where are the energies coming from that feel negative? And when you're attuning yourself and your bodies and your fields this way, you absolutely know that you're an epicenter of light. And you are all you need to guide it directly. I'm calling in the light because I choose to be light. I'm not going to take on any other energies outside of me and have it directed in any other fearful way. I'm going to shine. I'm going to proclaim myself as light, and I will rise above because I get to choose. And there was a card that just dropped out there. And this is beautiful. These 3 cards. So this one fell out. It's called Diving for Light. And that's what we were talking about. So the movement is always the seahorse. The seahorses always have those beautiful fluid movements, and they're just going with the ride. So just relax. And move and move and move and move. Our whole collective is being moved. Various phases and various pods of the collective. Because there are some on our planet that are really, really awake and high conscious. And there's always these different phases of everybody in between, and based on why you're here and the role that you're going to play, and those that you've signed on with, and those that are coming into new programs of light, there'll be different ways that your body will want to be aligned, and your teams and your higher self are always doing it so that it won't cause any harm to move you ahead any faster than you're meant to be. One must learn the soul lessons of each phase. And so to do a new moon cycle, it's really good because you get to sort out and really get intimate with who you are in ascension, right? Your bodies, your soul, and your spirit all coming to life, and all the teams that are working with you, and really sort out for yourself, where am I at? What vibrations do I want to work with? How do I want to see my body excel and vibrate in new ways? How do I want to see my inner core come forward and really be expressed in new ways, and really feel confident about myself in that? And that's all the self-direction, so that you're radiating this beautiful expression of who you are, and you're allowing yourself to move fluidly, and you get to create that diving for light for you, because the light is always within you. You just have to go within and seek it for yourself. And all of these layers and levels of everything that you've ever been, you get to put it in the order that you choose. You get to weave it however you want to weave it. You get to choose the new practices. You get to choose the new incredible beliefs that are beginning at infinite. Not taking on anything from the past experience, but the wisdom of it, and allowing yourself to be adorned by the fluidity of the movement of who we are as spirit, and always moving with. The seahorses are always about, they're the symbolism of always moving with the emotional waters. Just allow it. What am I feeling today? How can I just allow it? I want this to be released from my body with intention to heal, to be wise, to incorporate a higher version of me. I don't want to hang on to anything. Hang on to nothing, because it will get transformed 100,000 times over. Hang on to nothing. And that's what you want. And so honoring how you feel, spending time each day. How do I feel, spirit? What am I feeling today? You usually get 1 or 2 words, and then it's up to you to journal it. What do I really want to feel? How am I going to incorporate this to this beautiful new plan I'm creating? I'm creating heaven on earth. How do I want to be a part of this? You've chosen, whether you know it or not. Oneness is your desire to be here. You wanted to explore oneness. You wanted to release yourself from the idea of separation and all of the various beliefs that you were told of who you were. And you're holding them in your hand and saying, well, that's what I was told, but I'm on a planet where I'm creating a new earth. And that new earth is a version of oneness. So how do I sort out what I've been given? How do I sort out what I've been told? How do I sort out what I've been shown? And now I'm going to create something better and something new, because I have the wisdoms of it all. And I'm going to incorporate it all. And that's why the sacred geometry is there. Because the sacred geometry shows us that there's always going to be a connection of something that was. And you get to refine it, you get to refine it, you get to refine it and make it new. The sacred geometry of life. Sacred geometry of alchemy. Nothing is ever not included. Everything is always energy. It just gets transmuted and changed and shifted. And that's up to the spirit, all the spiritual realm, Gaia, and all the energy helpers on every level of life. There's energy vibrations and consciousness blankets that assist in the transmutation. But it has to be us. We're looking at all these deconstructing stories in our collective and in our personal lives, but you still have to transmute it. Whatever was created must be transmuted. If you chose to create it, you've got to choose to now transmute it. And it is through your acceptance and your acknowledgement. Well, how can I use that energy? Wow, let's do this now. So you can choose to use that from a beautiful, loving, and powerful, wow, I created that. That was so amazing. Now I can create something that's going to serve me. It doesn't have to be a big tower moment. It can be, wow, I'm going to take that information, I'm going to use it, and I'm actually going to help others using that. And that's the whole understanding of oneness. Because every one of those tower moments was done in separation and ego. Because you've held those limited beliefs that kept you separate. Who am I today? Am I an orange? Am I an apple? Who am I? Where do I give my beliefs to? Where do I give my money to? Where do I give my health to? Who do I give my power to? Who am I voting for? All of those energies are outside of you. And none of us have ever been told right from the beginning of how powerful our guidance is within. And all of our social systems and all of the social energies on our planet and all of the illnesses and all of the diseases and all of the wars would not be what they are if we lived from the state of our inner self-guidance of sovereignty and love and creating from the inner guidance, and we were taught that from the earliest of ages. because you understand that you create from within. You don't have to go outside of you for anything, for any type of belonging, or any type of satisfaction, or any type of value. We go through what we go through because of separation of value system. And how many people feel not belonging, not worthy, not accepted, not this, not that, not this, not that. Well, we're going to be walking into 5D, and I guarantee you, and I'm one of those proud experiences, and I'm coming forth because I am a messenger of joy and beauty and all that is God. And I just am, and I'm going to be different, and I'm going to shine, and I'm going to be of different speech and of different dialect, because I speak of the heavens, and I speak of the heavens in all things. And I activate that. I activate the sacred geometry because that's who I am. I'm damn special. And I'm damn unique. And I'm owning it in every moment that Spirit shows. That's your platform. Own it. Own it. Own who you are, because you're here to inspire others to own who they are, not follow a clique, not follow a regime, not follow routines of what others say they should and should not do, and who they are and who they're not. Spirit is the only one that guides you into your fullest potential. And that's the beauty and the joy, and that's the gift. You change all moments because of Spirit. That's the voice of Spirit, the sovereignty of who you are, Spirit, ever changing with the essence of breath. And breathe. And breathe with Spirit. And breathe and breathe. I am the essence of Spirit. Just soften, soften, soften. Focus all of your intention. Thank you, Spirit. I love you. 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 Now focus your intention on you. I love who I am. I'm so special. I adore myself. Thank you, Spirit. I'm honoring my body and my light and my mind and my experience of who I am. I love my experience. I love my experience. When I love my experience, I walk on this planet with such a gentle touch. And there's never any need to ever harm another. Never put another down or claim that something is not that it is, or take from another, because you value yourself. And breathe. Self-value. I love who I am. I love who I am. My expression and my life experience is just exactly what I need to be fully and more alive and more appreciative of me. And breathe. I love who I am. I love who I am. Every cell is listening. Every cell is listening. I'm youthful. I'm healthy. I'm abundant. I'm youthful. I'm healthy. I'm abundant. And I'm here to shine forth as the unique version of me that I am. I am fifth dimensional, sixth and seventh and eighth, and I'm all things, all things, all things, all things now. Now. I am all things now. Now. I walk with God. I walk with God now. Now. I am the highest version of me now. And breathe. Fullest expression. Don't play small. Don't play small. It's part of the experience. Don't stay there. You want to reach up. Feel your body. Move your body. Be love. Be light. You are awesome. You are amazing. Go diving for light, because the word wants to be written. How are you going to express yourself and all those beautiful inspirations of your story? All the steps and all the times that you said that belief doesn't fit for me anymore. I'm gonna fly. That's what all these butterflies represent. In all the moments that you took something that was, and you took it and you made it new, and you made it of its beautiful vibration of you. You made it new. You made it vibrant. You made it come to life, because you are the one that is inspiring Spirit in it. Our bodies of matter. The more you become aware of your light, you are inspiring more of your matter as light. Therefore, your body shifts and changes. Absolutely. When you're going through ascension, you will not look the same. You just won't. You'll carry more light. Your skin will change. Your body will change, because you're carrying more light. You're intending it. You're infusing it. You're harmonizing with it. Your body is of light. It is. Those that are not awake yet are just not aware that their body is light, and it carries a lot of density because of all the traumas and the wounds and the masks that they wear and the beliefs that they hold. That's okay. But as you're ripping apart those beliefs and saying, no, I want to be this now, I want to be this now, I want to be this now, you're lightening the load. And your body becomes lighter. You become lighter. Your thoughts become lighter. Your beliefs become lighter. And you see everything for what it is and appreciate it all. There's no judgment on any of it. It's all needed. It's all required, because it's all part of the sacred geometry. It's all part of the sacred geometry of Earth. It's needed. But now we get to choose higher vibrational experiences. What do you choose to invest your time in? What are you watching, investing your time in? Are you directing your energy in a positive and loving way that feeds you and nourishes you? Because you're the only one that can nourish you. You in spirit. You in spirit. And when your body becomes greater light, it's going to be greater nourishment. It's going to mean that I got to move my body in different ways. I got to love myself in different ways. I got to move in different ways. I want to see myself move in different ways. This is what I've waited for. You get to stand in your power, and you get to stand in your light. And you get to see and love everybody along the way. Because you know they're you, they're versions of you, they're versions of the characters in your stories that you've helped and you've honored and you've loved along the way. So love yourself as full light. The crows are coming out to play. Hello, crows. Good morning. Good morning. So we hope you've enjoyed our show. Get up and dance and do some singing, and tune in to our website. Our website is up and it's linked below. Our private sessions, private coaching, how to align yourself and how to align your vocation. Pour all that you are into your day. I love who I am. How can I be more me? How can I be more me? I want to just bring myself to life through life. I'm the one that gets to feed the essence of God and spirit into all things. We are here to infuse spirit and light into all things. That's the joy of it. That's what we forget sometimes, because we get so steeped in what we see and what we're fed and what we're shown. No, we are the ones that bring heaven to earth. We are the heavens upon earth. We are the presentations of heaven upon earth. And you're meant to be different. You're meant to be unique. You're meant to shine forth in your gloriousness. So be it. And so be it. Thank you, Spirit. I am that I am. I am the luxurious energy of who I am. I love who I am. I want to experience myself today in a way that I've never had. I'm excited about it. And then I'm going to take time and I'm going to honor it. And I'm going to appreciate it. And I'm going to value it. I'm going to soak it for all it's worth. That's what I want to see the kids. I want to see the kids taking time for their self-care. And they're driven by them, right? Not by any outside thing, but it's driven by them. Who am I? Who am I as a beautiful experience? Who am I as a beautiful creator? Who am I in the voice of who I am? I want to share who I am. I'm never going to be suppressed. I'm never going to be subjugated. I will stand in my light and I will know that I'm one with spirit. And anything that ever comes to me that is a negative experience, whether it's an illness or a disease or a challenge, that I know I can navigate through it. I can navigate through it. I've navigated through so many challenges every day. Blocks and hurdles and emotions and energies and remembrances and memories and timelines. It's a gift. I can navigate around it. Spirit's got me. I walk with the heavens. 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 I'm healing of thy name. I am Joanna. I am Joanna. I'm healing of thy name. Love is all there is. Love is all there is. We love you. 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 I need to get the I see. My Thank you, Holy Creator. Thank you, Holy Creator. We love you so much. We love you so much. Rainbow tickles. Rainbow tickles all over the world. Rainbow tickles. Rainbow tickles. We love you, dear lighted ones. We love you. Our website is below. Donations. We love you. Bye.